Good morning, good afternoon, and konbanwa wherever you are in the world. This is Rita Kamishiro, and you are now listening to the comfiest corner of the internet, RKNGL Radio, where you can kick back, relax, and enjoy the company of me, all of the amazing archangels we have here today, and our wonderful guest. Woohoo! Yeah. But if you're not familiar,
it's AzureSniper here.
And if you're not familiar with the wonderful AzureSniper, Azure is a VTuber violinist and the director of the VTuber Symphony Orchestra, or VTSO. He's been working tirelessly for the orchestra's upcoming Madoka Magica medley in October, including hosting an incredibly successful fundraising relay with members of VTSO, raising over $3,000 to help make the cover a success. Today we'll get to learn more about Azure, the VTuber Symphony Orchestra, and who knows, maybe we'll get an exclusive preview, and we'll play a fun little game to test Azure's knowledge of classical music. And of course, if you want to get to know Azure more, you can check out his Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. But without further ado, I'll go ahead and hand the reins off to Azure for a self-introduction. Woohoo!
Hello. I think she covered most of it. I'm a violinist VTuber. I play violin, and I direct the VTuber Symphony Orchestra. If you really want to know about me, I play a lot of mahjong.
Nice. I saw that.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, this past weekend, if you are the mahjong community, you might have seen Vanilla's tournament. I'm the best. I won.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations. Oh my gosh.
Wow. What else? What else am I supposed to talk about?
Truly a man of multiple talents.
Really, I mean, Minesweeper. Okay, I can't. Okay, so as Rita mentioned, VTSO raised $3,000. Is mainly for artwork, but one of the incentives for that fundraiser was that I'm not allowed to play Minesweeper for a month. So I've been going through withdrawals here.
Oh no, I used to be like that too. I also had a Minesweeper addiction era. So I hope for your either speedy recovery, or hopefully you can play Minesweeper soon to satiate that need.
Soon enough. I went back to mahjong because I can't play Minesweeper, so it's fine.
Well, aside from, winning the Mahjong tournament and your successful fundraiser, is there any other exciting things you want to share for you? Any projects you want to share aside, from Madoka? We'll talk a little bit more about that. But anything about your channel you want to share?
Not really. To be honest, all my time has been taken over by the symphony. I used to do side projects. I mean, eventually you'll get a violin cover on my channel. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna cover.
That's always the toughest part, right? It's like there's so many things you want to do, but you have to decide which one.
Yeah, and I think you've seen it yourself. I don't know if you checked the VTSO server too often, but the other night where we're seeing what we're gonna do for our next cover. There's so many things that we can cover.
So many things. I think I was there because I was like Xenoblade.
Xenoblade. We'll see. You know how Nintendo is, right?
Oh, I know.
I really
wish. Can dream. A girl
it's
can
like
dream.
Nintendo and like Spirited Away and whatnot, the Ghibli films,
Ghibli.
Right? Those are the two things I want to cover, and those are the two things that are going to be the hardest to get around.
We'll just have to set up like a whole Patreon or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh my goodness. But before we jump into sort of the first section where we get to know you, I wanted to take a second. I actually got the chance to, I think the first time we ever got to interact or work together was actually for Obake Pam's Christmas concert.
Well, yeah,
was it? Yeah.
Was it Silent Night?
Silent Night. Yes. Yeah. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. And then, I think that's where I discovered VTSO. So happy to be a part. Thank you for having me in the ensemble. It's been super fun.
Yeah, well, it was great to have you. Seriously, the viola section, I barely have to touch during the mix.
Yay!
It's so nice. Everyone is pretty high level when it comes to, well, at least the parts that I've given. And hopefully with whatever sample I give you today, you can kind of pick out the viola part.
Yeah, you can hear it. Use your hearing skills. But yeah, I just wanted to share that nice little anecdote. So I guess it's time to get to know our director of VTSO, Azure. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about your musical background and your personal experience with music?
My musical background is a little interesting. So I started violin in the 5th grade. Can you take any guess why I took violin?
Because your parents.
No, because there was a cute girl in the 5th grade that was playing violin. I'm like, okay, how do I get closer to her? So I picked up violin.
That's fair.
And then so it began, right? But I was self-taught until like high school, where
For sure.
Because we came from not such a rich family. So my school kind of sponsored my lessons.
Oh wow.
So it's not until high school that I got some violin lessons, and then for some reason I decided I'll just major in violin performance in university. So I went through that rigorous training.
Evidently, you can tell by your skill. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's just so funny, your origin story.
I mean, it's always a cute girl. You're right.
So I have to know now, since you brought this up, at what point were you like, this girl doesn't like, or maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a good outcome out of that. I want to know, how did that turn out? And like, was
it's
there
elementary
ever a
school, right? Elementary school, yeah, you like a girl for 2 weeks and then you just move on. But then I was just stuck with the violin at this point.
That's fair. Then did you have like a significant shift where you're like, you know what? I like the violin, and it's not just for this girl anymore.
I mean, it just ended up being fun. And so I just carried it with me.
Yeah. And so now I am curious about this. What made you decide to merge, I guess, your violin playing, your love for the violin and music with VTubing? And I guess with that question, how did you get into VTubing?
All right. Which one do you want first? The violin part or the VTubing part?
Let's do VTubing first.
All right. So I didn't even know what a VTuber was. The first quote unquote VTuber I've seen was this girl by the name of Anarumi. If you are in the fighting game community, if you know, it's a really old team which disbanded by now. But UYU, she was an artist for UYU. But she streamed using a program called FaceRig back in the day. She didn't have her own model, but it was one of those default models, part of the program. I didn't know about that. And then I got into Emo Lapis's community because I'm a rhythm game player first, right? And she does a lot of artwork for the rhythm game community. And they told me, like, yeah, it's not that expensive to get a model. And it, back then it was like $500 for a half body. So I'm like, okay, let's drop this. It's during COVID. I have some extra cash. Let's try it out. I didn't debut. I didn't do anything. I played Genshin and then I tried out my model. It was really jank. But yeah, that's my origin story for that.
Oh my gosh. And so how did you bridge VTubing and violin? Was it natural? Was it kind of like...
Can you guess?
I guess?
Can you guess?
Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at guessing. Just go ahead and let us.
All right. Much like how I got into violin.
No! That is so wonderful. Oh my gosh.
I was like, okay, there's this girl. I was like, okay, I'll play violin for Valentine's Day. So I did that. I posted it there, and I posted it on Twitter, and people seemed to like it. So, it was around that time I got like 300 followers on Twitch. So I did a concert, and people seemed to enjoy it. So, we just continued. I mean, my violin used to be a PNG, but then I asked my VTuber parents to see if it was possible to rig violin, and then I mean they gave me something. But at that time, since I was gonna get a violin rig, might as well update my model. So that's what I did.
Nice. Yeah, no, I actually saw your before and after, so love the outfit.
Yeah, it's so different, right? I kind of grew up. I kind of grew up.
You matured. You have a very regal look about you now. Oh my gosh. I love this theme. Love is really a powerful thing, huh?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So tell us then, I guess, since we've talked about VTubing and violin, I guess it's natural now to go into a conversation about VTSO itself. So tell us about the orchestra, I guess, how it began, your previous projects.
All right, so we are technically this is VTSO's second project. This Madoka, our first project. So I have an artist by the name of Lobana. Sometimes we call her Pogbana, but she came to me asking if I could cover Between Two Worlds on violin, because my last year's New Year's resolution for me was to pump out one cover every month. So it was getting towards the end, and she asked if I could cover Between Two Worlds on violin. So instead of transcribing all that music by myself, I just looked to see if it was already out there, and there were already orchestral scores about this. So I decided, hey, let's end this year with a bang. So I gathered as many musicians as I could, right? Yeah, somehow I got 20 members on that first cover.
Wow. To how
it was
many
really
today?
disorganized back then.
Yeah, when you said 20 then, how many VTSO members do we have today?
We have 45.
Wow, that's more than double. That's amazing.
Ridiculous. Because we put out an audition, and I guess people wanted in.
Oh yeah, like me. Let me in. Oh
Yeah,
my
no,
God.
I actually tried to get you on the first project, but it
Really?
was really difficult.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was trying to go through your management at the time.
It's an extra layer, right?
And I guess it didn't get to you.
Probably.
No. Okay, not 45 violinists. We have a string section of 16 people.
Woo.
9 of them are violinists. I believe 2 of them are cellists. One of them is a double bass, and the rest are violists.
Ooh. Nice.
4 violists? Yeah, 4 violists.
Gosh. So as the director of VTSO, you've talked a little bit about how, most of your time now is taken up by VTSO. What do you think is the hardest part of being director? And what's the easiest or the most rewarding part?
The hardest part I think the hardest part about being the director is the organization that goes into it. Because I'm sure you've seen our Google Drive. That did not pop up overnight.
Rome was not built in a day, for sure.
Of course. I mean, I think it's just because I lack the skills to do this efficiently. Doing the arrangement for everyone as well is the most time-consuming and possibly hardest part. And then it goes to making sure people meet their deadlines and trying to juggle that in spreadsheets.
That's 45 people, yeah.
Yes. Oh, also, I don't speak much Japanese, but as you may have noticed in our server, there are a few Japanese members here. I wanted to make sure we got some of them for their musical abilities, because they're really good.
Well, you've been doing a fantastic job so far. You all don't get to see the behind the scenes, but it's been such a smooth process for me. I don't think I've had any major roadblocks. So props to you for being, you say you're not very organized.
No, your recordings are great. So I don't have to come back to you asking for re-recordings. I mean, obviously there's going to be some re-recordings that I need to do. I showed you the horn part earlier. But, they played it well. They just didn't play it how I want it.
Sure. But that's the job of the director,
the hardest part,
right?
That's actually the hardest part, because it's hard to ask people to re-record things.
Yeah.
Just you can play things well a billion ways, but not the one way that the director wants it. So we just have to work with what we have.
Right, because in a normal orchestra setting, you'd be up up on the podium, and you could say hey, you can give live feedback. But with 45 recordings, it's gonna be hard to do that. So props to you. My goodness, what is the easiest part then?
The easiest part? I mean, really, I just like to go heads down when I'm in my mixing sessions. It's just nice it's calming just to time and tune and make sure all the EQs are set.
Yeah, nice. And then, what do you think is the most rewarding part about being director?
The rewarding part, really is at the end of the day seeing the reactions from the audience. Because I like it, but you guys like it.
That's the important part. We need our audience to enjoy the performance. Oh my goodness.
Right. That actually gives me the most serotonin.
Yeah,
when I see
I
all these
bet.
comments.
I think that's a big reason why a lot of us, do music is because we like to share our love for music with other people and, have them enjoy it. So you guys go check out the VTuber Symphony Orchestra. Make sure you check out our, I guess, our future performance, but also our, I guess, because I wasn't part of it, previous performance as well.
Yeah.
But I'm
So
sure. Go ahead.
so if I can plug myself on my
Please.
YouTube channel, there is a playlist to all of the things that VTSO has done. So essentially how things work on this server is if you want to do a project yourself, go ahead, put it in the server. You can arrange the parts however you want, but I can't guarantee that all the players will be on it. So we have a lot of chamber stuff. If you want to check that out, we did the Final Fantasy Prelude. And then if you were there for Pam's Final Fantasy 14 concert, we also arranged Dragon Song for that. And then she sang that live over our backing track.
Amazing stuff. And this is actually a question, I guess, for any folks who might be interested in being a part of VTSO. Do you have plans of opening auditions in the future or expanding the orchestra at all?
Yes. So we actually had to, I mean, I would love to have taken more people this year, but we had to cut it off because, as you know, we did a fundraiser for artwork. Yeah, it costs money. Really,
sure.
it's a money thing, or else I would just
Yeah,
take you guys
of
all
course.
in. Because my goal is maybe 80 to 100 members that I want in the symphony.
Wow. Let's double it. It's like double it or give it to the next.
Yeah, I know.
Double it and give it to the
Slowly.
next
All
person.
right.
Oh my gosh. So is there a way that audience members can continually contribute to the orchestra? Is there a place where
Yeah.
whether it's
So
like a coffee?
yeah.
Go ahead.
So if you check out our Twitter page, there's a coffee link on the top there. I mean, if you want to donate, feel free. Everything is gonna end up going back into either artwork. It'll pay our arrangers, or, well, it's not gonna go to the mixer because I'm the mixer. That's gonna go to the mixer last. But
So,
we're figuring out ways to improve this orchestra.
for sure.
Because I don't think anything. Well, I mean, there are obviously online orchestras out there, but not to the extent of VTubers only, right?
Right, yeah. This is like our community's symphony. How exciting. Oh my gosh.
200?
Well,
I don't think 200. I said 80 to 100.
Oh, yeah,
80 to 100.
80 to 100. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That would be the day.
I'm not that ambitious.
Oh my gosh. But speaking of ambitions, what are your goals aside from, I guess, an increase in members? What any dreams you have for the orchestra?
Well, eventually, I would like to get something commissioned for the orchestra, purely for the orchestra. I'm not sure what composer I want to go with, but that's way down the line.
That would be
But
so
obviously, I want to build this group up, so we're looking for sponsorships. And really, my dream is to have my face as a VTuber on a set of violin strings. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try.
I'll keep you gotta keep a pair of, I guess, a thing of those in your case. Oh my gosh. Let me
course.
know when those come out. I'll
Of
buy some
course.
for sure. Oh my gosh. Well, you've been doing amazingly so far, and it's only been, what's the second year or second performance year for the orchestra. So I guess from here it's only going up, I guess.
Hopefully, only up, right? It depends on how PC Kun takes it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess PC Kun Fund. Hopefully, maybe.
We'll see. That's gonna come out of my own pocket. Don't worry.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so I guess if you since we've been, hyping up the orchestra this entire time, how about we give folks a sneak preview of the upcoming performance we have?
Yeah, sure thing. I'm pretty sure I sent you a file to share with everyone today.
Do you want to give a quick preamble before we click play?
So these are just snippets from specific movements, the ones that have been turned in already. And of course, me being me, selfishly, I stuck my violin solo at the end, so you may hear me playing violin a little bit. But I don't know if you want to open up your ears a little bit. For the string section, you may hear Rita's part as well.
Ooh.
And maybe I can point that out, but maybe you guys can point it out as well. Flames of Despair, if you guys know Madoka music,
Mm,
is
mm, mm.
where the viola section really pops off.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun one to play.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
glad.
for
I hope you
sure.
like the arrangement.
I liked it a lot, and I'm sure the Archangels will also enjoy it when they get the chance to hear it. So it's about 2 minutes long. So sit back, relax, and Azure, on I guess on the count of go, we'll go ahead and click play together. Alrighty.
Okie dokie.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Spell it for everyone.
All right, viola part.
This is my favorite. Ooh. And a round of applause to the VTSO and to our wonderful director for that fantastic preview. Woohoo! Great job!
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that one. Apologies. That last snippet is supposed to include piano, but she didn't turn it in until a little late,
No,
so I couldn't include it.
no.
So that's not the final product, and you guys are gonna hear some beautiful piano with that as well.
Hey, I mean, it is a preview, so no worries at
I'm
all.
sorry, Enva.
It's
Everyone, our
okay. Thanks
pianist,
for stopping
Enva.
by. Oh my gosh. Well, that was fantastic. We do have a few minutes before we dive into our fun little game I've prepared for you today. So if anyone has any questions specifically about VTSO, feel free to ask away. But Asher, if you have anything else you want to share about VTSO before we sort of shift our gears a little bit?
I'm not sure what I can say. Hold on, let me look at the server.
No, you're good. I think we have
Yeah, I
one
know. I
question
really
so
think
far.
if it's just Dragon Song that just was a part of Pamp's concert, that will eventually get its own mix and it will appear on my channel.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
give it some time, guys.
sure.
And it's okay. I know your piano had to get tuned, Enva.
No worries at all. Sam
I'm
has a
just saying
question,
that
but
there's going to be piano, and you guys are gonna
you're gonna love
you guys are gonna enjoy it. You're gonna love
we
it.
have a question for you if you're ready for one. Sang asks, is mixing hard? Since they're recording individually, the sound quality might be a little different, timing might be a little different. Is it
Yes,
difficult at all?
mixing is more time consuming than hard. Because everyone is submitting recordings. I mean, we do have a click track. We made it as streamlined as possible, but obviously, you can be a couple milliseconds behind or ahead of the actual beat, and we have to adjust for those. And with as many musicians as we have, it just takes time. And then overall, it's just a matter of knowing how to EQ everything just to make sure these instruments aren't in the way of each other.
For sure.
Because really, at the end of the day, Mixing is just fitting everything into this imaginary box.
Mm-mm.
All right, you just gotta make sure that you make space for the instruments so everything can be heard properly.
Mm.
How long does it take to learn violin? Is a year
Mm-hmm.
enough? Um, I mean, it depends on how good you want to be and how much
Yeah.
practice you put into it. Um, though, if you do want to learn violin, I do suggest getting a teacher because I don't want
Mm-hmm.
anyone to hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Because the violin itself is a very awkward instrument to hold. I mean, if you really think about it, if you put your hands up like that, there's no other movements that you really
Mm.
do. I mean, maybe boxing, but really,
Oh gosh. Yeah, no, definitely like lessons or a teacher. It could be like group lessons if, if you
yeah,
cuz
and
I
that's not
that
too bad,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
It's just make sure you do get a teacher. I mean, you get some high schooler to teach you, right? At the end of
Mm-mm.
the day, if they know better than you, I mean,
That's
you
better
start
than
somewhere.
nothing. Hmm.
And that's how you save money, right? Don't go to like
Right.
Juilliard to pay for one of those teachers when you're
Right.
a beginner.
Yeah, see if you like it, test it out. Mhm.
All right,
Demon
let's
Warrior has a question. Go right ahead.
sorry, you should probably
No
do these
worries. No,
questions.
like I said, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters to me. But yeah, Demon Warrior has a question. What's been the best thing that's come out of VTSO? A favorite moment, meeting people, or the events maybe you get to play?
Favorite moment? That's difficult.
Mm.
I mean the serotonin from releasing our first cover. I didn't think our first cover would even surpass 10,000 views, let alone
Oh.
41K where it is now.
Woohoo!
Um, but my favorite moment,
Mhm.
really, I work from home, guys, so I'm always in the I'm always in that voice call. So it's
Mm.
just cool just to hang out with some of these musicians. Um, and we just end up watching things in the middle of the day and we just hang out.
Mhm.
And I think it's just friendship really at the end of the day, which
Yeah,
is the funnest part for me.
for
Um,
sure.
very important.
Mhm.
Is a girl interested in you? Which girl? Oh
the
no no no
the
no no no
you
no
because you
no
had
no no
two
no 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 no
stories.
no 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 no. No
Oh.
girls interested in Azure. Look,
Oh.
once a girl learns that Azure plays mahjong, it's all
Oh.
over. Right?
I'm
Really,
sure
just think
there's
about it.
someone out there who likes Mahjong. Come on, don't give up. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you
And
so
yes,
much.
the VC is always a party.
Yeah. Exactly. I always see a bunch of people like hanging out there. So the VTSO, from what I've experienced, this is a really nice, friendly bunch of people. That's
Yeah,
for
and it wasn't
sure.
like that before. It took a while for people to open up. It wasn't until we released our first cover,
Mm.
during our first mixing session where we were all in call listening to things get mixed, that people jumped into voice call. It was really barren when we first started.
How do you think it helped? Like releasing the
People were
cover.
comfortable in being in VC after we were just sitting in call mixing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Gosh. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for your wonderful questions. And now we get to put Azure in even a more hot seat
Oh
with our
no.
with our fun little game I've prepared today. There's not going to be anything on screen. You're going to be hearing things as you
Don't
have been
judge
this
me.
entire
I know,
time.
I know. I know you VTSO members are out there. Don't judge me if I get Beethoven wrong, all right?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think you can already kind of tell what this sort of game is going to be. Today, we are going to be playing a game I like to call OST or History. I'll be playing around 8 pieces of either original soundtrack from anime or video games or historical classical music. And our wonderful guest here today must guess if it is OST or history. And all you really need to do is say if it's an OST or say if it's a classical
All right.
piece of classical
So
music.
so
Mm-hmm.
if I get this correctly, this is like golf,
Oh!
right? Where the lower the lower the points, the better, right?
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll see how it pans out. But the goal is to get I believe it's to get as many points as you can get, right? If you get one correct, that's a point.
All right.
Bonus points as well if it's an OST, if you can tell me where it's from. You don't have to tell me the title. That's a little too difficult. And if it's a classical piece, if you can name either the name of the piece or the composer, that's just bonus points. We don't need to go for bonus points if you don't want to. The point of the game is to be able to figure out if it's OST or history. But I did make sure I randomized the list, right? I'm not going to tell you how many OST, how many classical, in terms of which recordings I pulled. Some of them are live recordings, some of them are studio recordings, so you're not going to really be able to tell, or ideally you wouldn't want to focus on all that technical stuff to be able to figure out if it's OST or not.
Okay. All right. Good luck to me, I guess.
Good luck to you, and honestly, no judgment, because sometimes I'll listen. I was actually telling this story to Azure before stream. I'm part of a community orchestra, and we started playing this concerto, and in my head I was like, are we sure this isn't from insert anime here? And then the other way around. I do want to say, though, I know
I
there's
hope
a
that
lot
concerto is on this list because I'm dying to hear it.
It's not on this list. I was going to say, if there's an anime that has classical music in it, that will not count. So if a piece that I play that is, historical classical music, if it is here and it happens to be in an anime, that does not count as OST. So if there's anything like, if it happened like with Your Lie in April or like Hyoka, if something happens to be in an OST, it doesn't count. I'm not aware of it being in an OST.
Oh, hey, thanks for the strats. All right, I will. Okay, default to Xenoblade.
No pressure.
There's probably some Xenoblade. I haven't played Xenoblade, and I don't really play Zelda.
And of course, Archangels, you can play along. If you happen to know a piece, don't say anything in chat. But if you want, you can
help me out.
Oh my goodness. But if you want, you can kind of by yourself, like think in your head, let you guess along. But I guess, Azure, do you have any other questions, or are you ready to get this party started?
Let's get this started. It sounds fun.
Let me pull up my randomizer list. Remember, don't look at your screen share. Okay, I have the first piece, and you all will be able to hear this along with Azure.
All right, Beethoven.
How did you know? No, just kidding. All righty, here is our first piece. Let me know if you need any volume adjustments.
I got the volume slider here, just in case.
Okay, ready, go.
Don't tell me this is some viola piece.
I don't know. I'll play it for as long as you need me to. We're about 30 seconds.
No, I would say classical.
Classical? And this piece, go ahead. Do you want to give a sort of like reasoning for why?
Mainly the phrase endings that you usually don't get out of from
okay.
From a lot of video game music. Well, I mean, it sounds something from a classical period.
Okay, all right. Well, I am excited to tell you that you are correct for your very first one. This is Dvorak Piano Quintet No. 2 in A major, Opus 81. So congratulations!
Perfect.
That is your first win.
I will guess Dvorak.
Oh, sorry. I totally took away your bonus, didn't I?
3 points, guys.
Oh, gosh. Well, there you go. I gave you your free bonus. But yeah,
Thanks.
Dvorak, Czech composer. Actually, I've played a couple of Dvorak pieces before. Are you a fan
hopefully we all played American quintet or quartet, right?
I have! That's exactly the
There's
piece
American
I was thinking
quartet
about.
and Symphony 9.
No, but I love the American though, because I call it funky cowboy, the da 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 da. Oh my gosh! Well, congratulations, and I gave you a free bonus point. So there you go, as a kindness, because maybe they'll get a little bit more difficult. Who knows? So
maybe. I don't know my Baroque pieces. So if you find any Baroque music in video games, I am. No.
I did try to select a range of sort of styles for you. So, good luck. All right, here's the next one. I'll try not to give away if it's who it's from, where it's by, or who it's by. You get the idea.
Yeah,
all right,
I gotcha.
Here is our next piece. I just did the volume, by the way, Archangel, so you'll be able to listen along. Here we go. Your next piece is now.
I'm going to guess OST on this one. Mainly because that chorale section right there with the woodwinds doesn't sound very like something that would come out of that era.
Okay. And if it's OST, where do you think it's from?
I don't know.
You want to kind of guess like what sort of anime? What sort of anime do you envision?
Oh, it's an anime.
The OSTs are from.
Okay. Anime. No,
Did I say
no
video
idea.
games earlier? Sorry, my bad. They're all anime OST.
Some sort of isekai. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it from isekai?
Well,
no, it's not.
Maybe it is. Well, I am excited to say this is also from an OST. So you are correct. That is your second win. Unfortunately, you did not get the bonus point this time.
That's okay.
You actually caught one of my slip-ups, so I had to come up with a lie. Like, oh, no, sorry, did I say video games earlier? No, it is a mix of anime and video games, but this one is from Ouran High School Host Club.
I watched that like a decade ago. You can't.
Oh gosh. Well, actually, so this piece is called Music for the Music Salon, number 3 for trumpet and orchestra. And it was actually a trumpet concerto that I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like it could be from Ouran High School Host Club. So
all right. Interesting.
Woohoo! That's 2 correct so far. How are you feeling right now? Confident? Are you a little worried it's gonna get harder? You think?
No, I don't want to be confident.
Oh my gosh. And for those who are playing along, how are you all doing? Is this a little easy for you? A little tough? Oh gosh. Okay.
This is tough.
It's tough?
This is tough.
Oh, well, you're doing fantastically, so no stress. All right. Are you ready for your next piece? I'll try really hard not to give it away. Okay.
Let's go.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
All right, this one is definitely an OST, but keep playing. Maybe I know where it's from. Keep playing.
Sure, no problem. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it's from, but this is an OST.
What makes you think so?
Well, when the harp came in at the very least, that solidified
Okay.
it.
All right.
That's very modern, and I don't think you would put like Schoenberg on here.
I don't know.
Well, it's
I
not
did say
Schoenberg.
I did include a range, so it can go from like it could be Baroque, it could be contemporary, it could be postmodern, whatever I felt like putting in here.
Well, I don't know. It just gives me OST vibes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, sometimes you can't go wrong with vibes. But Azure, this is your 3rd correct answer. Congratulations! This is, in fact, an OST from, of course, one of my favorite video games, Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh my god, I should have listened to you! I'm sorry. All right. Everything Xenoblade. All right, I forgot about that. All right.
I can't forget about that. Oh my gosh. But so far, you've been right on the money. So keep up the good work.
All right.
Let me know when you're ready for your next one.
There it is, the Xenoblade. My bad. I haven't played it. Do you recommend me playing Xenoblade?
I do. I recommend anyone to play Xenoblade.
See, it's rigged. You're right. All right. What's next?
Okay. Here you go. Your next piece in 3, 2.
What anime is it from?
What makes you say that?
Because I've heard it before.
Oh!
But can I remember?
You can take a second to listen to some more.
All right. Let's hear it. It's not coming to me.
Oh gosh. Well, before I reveal the answer, I do want to take a second. I didn't really explain the song. Oh, sorry, from the previous one. It is from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The piece is called "That to Which the Defeated Cling." One of my favorites. This one that you just heard is from, get ready for it, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is Concerto.
Oh, brother. All right.
Oh gosh. Does it make sense to you now, or like is it lining up?
Yeah, no, it's making sense to me. Because I was looking at music that I would want to cover with the VTSO in the future. It just popped up.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. You had it like in your.
All right.
In your
No, I'm
brain
a fake
already.
weeb, guys.
No, you're not. I wouldn't have been able to like call these out. Maybe the Oron one, but no, that's really giving it. I don't know, giving myself credit there. I don't think I'd be able to do that. So, good job so far. That's 4.
All right.
So
Hold
far.
on. We're going to gamble.
Okay.
We're going to
go.
gamble. The next one's going to be classical. Let's see.
Okay, all right. Let's see if you've been blessed by my randomizer.
I'm a learning
All right.
weeb. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Here we go. There's a little quiet intro. The silence.
Barbara is a dodging for strings.
I love this piece. I had to put a popular one in there. I love the Barbara Adagio. It makes me cry whenever I listen to it.
I love
but
it
yes,
too. But this is a pain. If you actually play in the original key, it's a pain.
It is. Oh my gosh. But I love it when it just gets to those really loud, like dramatic parts, and then it drops
Yeah,
back
me
down.
too. If you want to skip ahead and show them, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll do my best to scrub through. This is a popular one. I did want to throw in some more well-known ones. It's a long piece. You're gonna have. You're just gonna have to go listen to it yourself.
Yeah,
This is
please listen to
it. Adagio for Strings, Samuel Barber. Fantastic piece. Makes me want to cry. But that's your first actually earned that bonus point that I didn't take away from you.
Perfect.
Oh
At least
my
something I
gosh.
actually know.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you'll find some more that you know. All right. Whenever you're ready, we'll move on to the next one.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
And I won that gamble. It was a classical piece.
Yeah. All righty. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Do you know how big of a Madoka fan I am?
I wanted to test to see if you would know. Of course, Sasuga, our director who put together our Madoka medley, would know what this is. Do you happen to know the name?
It's probably something Latin.
It's probably something Latin, right? I don't know if I would be saying this correctly. It's Pergo Pugnare. I don't know. That is the piece.
Okay. Let's going back to VTSO before we even sent out auditions and parts. I was trying to figure out what I wanted in this arrangement. And we settled on the pieces we have. Obviously, there's so many works that we couldn't include in the medley because right now it's going to be a 21-minute medley.
For sure.
Yeah, any longer, and I don't think this is going to work all out this year.
Yeah. Gosh.
But I was considering this one.
Yeah? Oh my goodness. I went through and made sure like I didn't accidentally pick one that we did. I'm like,
yeah, but the thing is, like, I already have 2 violin solos. I don't know if I want to include anymore.
Sure, that's fair. But wow, congratulations. Everything right so far. We have a few more to get through.
All right.
Do you think you're going to go for a perfect score? You think
I
you can
am.
do it?
Watch this, watch.
Oh, so there's that confidence you didn't have earlier. Alrighty. Okay, are you ready for your next one?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go.
How did you know?
Is it? No, is it? No way.
No, it's not. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Here we go.
Oh, that's a weird cadence. Hold on.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that right there sounded like Shostakovich.
What are you thinking? OST history.
Oh, I'm gonna say Shostakovich. Oh no, I'm sorry. Classical.
All right. So
Classical.
what makes you think Shostakovich?
So the chord progression at the end there, and then Shostakovich. If you study his music long enough, you can hear some themes come back every now and then. Yeah, you can hear it with the dotted rhythms. Da, da, da. Yeah.
This is why it's so fun getting to talk to like other like music history, music theory appreciators. This is in fact Shostakovich, Concerto Number 1 in C minor for piano and trumpet.
Perfect. Oh my god, I am not washed as a musician. Oh
You are
my god.
not. Oh my gosh, that's how you know our director knows his stuff. So yeah, you gotta go watch our performances. You gotta go join VTSO. Our director knows his stuff. Oh
I
my
would hope
gosh.
so. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to Symphony Hall though.
Oh my gosh. Well, obviously you're not rusty at all. So fantastic job so far. Let me know if you're ready for the next one.
All right, here's where I lose it, guys.
No, don't say
Let's
that.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Ready? And go.
Is this hold on.
Yes. You want me to keep playing it?
Yeah, keep playing it.
Okay.
It's You know what this reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me
Do
of the
tell
Brahms
me.
Requiem. It reminds me of the Brahms Requiem, actually.
Okay.
It's not the Brahms Requiem, so it's not. Play it. Play it again.
Play it? Yeah, sure. I'll just go from there. All right. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking classical.
Okay. Why? Why do you think classical?
Okay, well, I know you didn't want it to be chopped up to recording quality, but they are really out of sync.
Okay.
And I don't think they would just stick that in an OST.
I did mention that it's a mix of
live
console
recordings and whatnot.
and studio
I don't think that would be
Sure.
that bad for modern music. Someone's gonna be strict enough, or else you lose your paycheck.
Alright. So, do you have any other things you want to talk about, or maybe bonus point you want to go for?
We'll say Brahms. Well, do I want to say Brahms? Yeah, we'll say Brahms.
Locking in? You locked in?
Yeah.
You are correct. It is classical, but unfortunately, it is not Brahms. It is.
What is this?
Mozart.
Mozart Requiem?
Yeah. It's Mozart.
Hold on. What Mozart piece is this?
I can share it with you, actually. Let me go ahead and put this for you.
Okay.
I mean, you're doing way better than me, so
Let me see this.
let me see this. Oh, I see what you mean, though. I see what you mean. Like, that makes sense to me.
What is this? What is this piece?
What is that? Because I was like, I had a couple of my at the top of my head that I wanted to include, but then I was like, I need to know, like, pick something that I wouldn't know, like, at all. So, yeah. So
It was from its composition by Mozart that Beethoven took the main themes for his Ninth Symphony and the choral part. All right, that was a wrench.
You were like thinking a little bit, like, at the beginning. What were you kind of like considering? What were you weighing? Like, why was it giving you a little trouble?
Oh, because okay, I played Brahms Requiem so many times. It sounded like Brahms Requiem, but it wasn't Brahms Requiem. So I don't know if he wrote something else that I don't know about.
Oh my gosh! Well, you did a fantastic job. Like, so that was actually surprise, our last one. I didn't want to give you an idea of how many I had prepared, so you couldn't like figure out like, okay, 3 in a row is kind of weird, or 2 in a row. So that was actually our last one. Let me go ahead
Unfortunate.
and do...
That was fun.
No, yeah, I'm glad to hear that. You did a fantastic job. So while I go ahead and tally up your points, Archangels, how did you all do if you happen to play along? And also, Azure, a question for you. Which one was the easiest one for you, and which one was the most difficult?
Yeah, dodging for strings.
It's a well-known one, that's for sure.
The hardest one, I don't think I would have ever called, or yeah. I would never got whole slope.
That's fair. Oh my gosh. Well, including your bonus points, you got an amazing 12.
All right, what's the record?
What's the record? You're actually our very first person to play OST or history.
Good luck, guys.
So time to beat that record, you guys. So you started off the leaderboard. You get to see that AS at the top of the leaderboard. Oh my goodness. Is there any about from the OST ones, were there any that you were like, oh, maybe I'll go check out this anime or this game?
Well, I feel like I have to say Xenoblade now, right?
Yeah, no, don't say it because I'm here. Come on now.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not because you're here. Definitely not.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll have to, maybe we can get some VTSO members to play.
That would be fun. We could just make an isolated stream of this.
Wait, that would be so fun. You have to quiz the orchestra
yeah,
members.
I have to quiz. I'm the director here, right? How is your knowledge?
Oh my
and I know a lot of people's classical music knowledge isn't the greatest in VTSO. We do have classically trained people, but I know a lot of them, yeah, they don't know the repertoire.
It's okay, a good learning opportunity, that's for sure.
Of course.
But I'm happy to hear that you enjoyed that game. Maybe, who knows, maybe if we get more people to play this game, if anyone happens to beat your leaderboard score, we'll bring you back on to reclaim your title.
Yes, no, I will trust.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Well, that's all I've prepared for you all today. We're going to take us some time at the end here to answer any lingering questions, but I want to take a second to thank you so much for being here today. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I didn't know what to expect of this, but I think this went smoothly, right?
Hopefully, yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it exceeded your expectations.
Perfect. No, I enjoyed being on.
Happy to hear it. And yeah, Archangels, if you have any questions, do let us know. Someone says, how do we beat the all-time leader? Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you want to study on your music history, so you understand, because I mean, okay, if you're asking this as a serious question,
yeah, no, go for it.
Really, each composer has peculiar things they do when they write music. And if you learn what those things are, you can kind of pick them out. Obviously, I can't help you with the anime stuff, right? The OSTs and whatnot. But when it comes to classical music, like obviously, like I pointed out Shostakovich, right? How he likes to insert some thematic things, or like, I mean, if you listen to something from Mozart, you can kind of hear how he does stylistically the phrase endings and whatnot.
Very similar thing applies to like anime and video game composers. So a lot of the composers compose for multiple games or multiple anime, and you can kind of hear a lot of the similarities, and so you can apply that technique.
Again, that takes a while of studying, right?
You have to, like, you really had to know your anime OST, your anime or video game OST history, right? It does take a lot of listening and a lot of study.
I'm surprised there were no 20th century music on that list.
Oh, I guess I'll have to prepare a longer quiz for you then. Oh my gosh. Well,
All right,
yeah,
we got
you
any
do
other
have-
questions? This is your only time to ask.
Only-
'Cause on
well,
my
sure.
stream, you'll get shot for asking questions.
Azure runs a tight ship over there, so you gotta get all
No,
of
it's
your
my mods. I
curiosities.
let my mods do whatever they want.
Oh my gosh. Yes,
Just
please
don't be
get your-
stupid.
Oh my goodness, of course. But yeah, anything about, VTSO, anything about music, anything about Azure. No more questions about that one girl from elementary school.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh
about
my
her anymore.
gosh. Wow.
It's fine. Don't
It's
don't
life.
ask about Valentine's
That's
Day.
how life is. Oh my goodness. Gosh. I want to do more like music related. I was thinking of doing like guess that anime tune, or like a major to minor, or kind of like maybe guess the song if it's in like the opposite key. I don't know, something like that. I think musical games are super fun, and I want to bring
just
more.
don't
of
know
them.
how to make musical games. It's like, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is how I've been trained.
I feel like in I'm trying to think of like other musical, I guess, games. I guess like dictation, is that like a game? Like
Okay, hold on. We're never doing dictation games.
Oh, like ear training,
God,
singing.
Okay, first off, do you know the person who arranges this stuff?
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna have the other people of VTSO do this.
we just host like a VTuber AP music theory exam.
Yeah, you know what? A study session, all right? When the time comes for these high school students to write the 4-part harmonies, we'll make something.
I'm really bad at sight singing. I can't sight sing.
Neither can I.
Yeah.
And I know you didn't. Going back to my schooling, you know what I was forced to do for my singing course?
Go.
Do you know what a 12-tone row is?
Yes.
We're supposed to read out and sing 12-tone rows.
No.
It was the worst time of my life.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, I was never like in choir and stuff, and we barely even touched that. And like when I studied like music theory for like a year, so gosh.
No, it's terrible. It shouldn't exist.
Goodness.
All right, cancel me if you want, but it shouldn't exist.
Do you have any other hot takes? Musical hot takes?
Hot takes?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are your hot takes?
I don't know if I want to.
You heard it here. Azure gets canceled. Just kidding.
We're
No
gonna get
worries.
canceled
You don't
by
have
my
to if you
hatred
don't.
for Schoenberg. All right. The second Viennese school of music shouldn't have existed.
I know. I whenever I tell this to people, I'm not like a huge fan of Baroque music.
Oh, neither am I.
Okay.
All
Because
right.
I've said that before, but maybe it's because I said that to a director and like of like the orchestra that we were doing, and we were playing Baroque music, and I was like, oh, I'm not really.
Obviously, Baroque music is respectable. Like,
oh, for sure. Like I can.
and I'm sure violists
absolutely.
take from our repertoire as well, but I'm sure you played some Bach in your lifetime.
For sure.
I'm sure you played the Bach violin sonatas on viola once, or at least the
my
cello
God.
Bach suites, right?
Yeah, I was going to say the cello box suites. That's ingrained in my head. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
it's
Wait,
respectable.
this
They're
is-
really hard.
This is
They
not a
shouldn't
hot.
be.
This may or may not be a hot take. I feel like as a musician, you'll understand. But I think for people who aren't like musicians and maybe are just music listeners, this might be a hot take. But I'm sure you'll resonate with what I have to say. Canon in D, playing it, or
Don't
even
tell me
like
you like it.
hearing
Don't tell me you like
no,
it. Or
I
you're out
don't.
of
I
orchestra.
don't. No, I don't. And because whenever I tell another musician, they're like, "Yeah, of course." But then
course.
I tell someone because it's like you'll hear it at a wedding because I've played a couple of weddings and every single time they go, "Canon in D," I'm like, "Of course, right?" I can respect that because that's like the wedding song.
I mean,
right?
but
Sure.
it is a canon, right? So,
right.
like, by nature, they're boring to play.
Oh, a funny story. I was a friend was like, hey, super casual. I have this event. It doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have to like practice too much for it. I think it'd be cool if you had your quartet come in, and they had us playing outside, and it was really windy, and so we tried our best to like sandbag our like cheap wire stands to the ground, but they got knocked down at some point like during like the us playing. But thankfully it was just Canon and D. So
Please tell me you were playing on tablets at least.
No, I was younger, so we didn't have any money like that. So we had like binders and
sheet
stuff
music
like that.
with the wire stands.
Yeah,
I remember that. I think we've experienced it before. People want to be cheap at weddings. They'll hire a quartet from a high school.
So everything was knocking down, but thankfully it was Canon and D, so it was like, oh, we can get.
We kind of memorize this. Just stay in D. The cellists know what to. The cellist knows what to do already.
You mean like the 12 notes? The 12 notes. What's so funny though, our cellist was super talented. He's like really good at music. So the cellist has like 12 notes, right? He gives us this like look before we're about to start. He's about to start the next 12 notes, right? He like gives us this look. We're like, what are you about to do? He starts playing the melody. We're like, what are you doing? And this smug grin on his face because he was like, finally, I get something fun to do. And he plays it flawlessly.
Also, it's 8 notes. So
sure.
even
You get the idea.
even more of a struggle for.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so that was a fun experience. But anyway, let me know if I missed any questions or if you have anything else you want to share before we wrap up for the day.
I don't think so. Guys, if you want to play some Mahjong friendly, stop by.
Yay!
I don't know if I'm going to be doing Mahjong anytime soon. That tournament this past weekend was 7-hour tournament. And after they raided me, I was going to play like a dragon, Infinite Wealth, right? But they told me, go play Mahjong in this game. And then they forced me back onto Mahjong Soul afterwards. So it was a 10-hour stream of Mahjong. I don't know if I want to play any more Mahjong anytime soon.
Take a little break, right? Truly, you can't go away forever. Oh my gosh. Well, again, thank you so much for being here on Archangel Radio. Archangels, if you enjoyed getting to know Azure, please check out his Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and remember, don't forget to check out VTuber Symphony Orchestra as well. You can follow at VTuber Symphony on Twitter. But without further ado, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. This has been Archangel Radio. Thank you.
Yeah, arigato, thank you gozaimasu.
Arigato, thank you gozaimasu. Bye. Bye.
Bye.